Every year, my father hosts a family alfresco feast cooked by the children.
I think it looks like a pile of
Cucumbers. Yep, that's a zucchini.
It's just cooking it straight away, dude.
My browser knew all this already.
Okay, lads, after all our great conversations about the browser company and the closing of Arc, they have finally officially released Dia, the browser that is essentially just another Chrome. As you can see, it's kind of just Chrome. We've got tabs at the top here, and that's about it. They've kept it really simple, actually, surprisingly very clean. They look like they spent a lot of their energy on the install, but this is what I kind of am liking, and I'm going to sound like a fanboy, so hold with me. But being able to just command to a new page like this and tell me about Ken Grief.
Oh, and it's changed it to chat mode.
Yeah, and so it's actually decently good at deciding whether it could find enough for you or you just need to Google it. Hey, there he is. Look at that. Look at that. It's just different stages of beard.
Ken Grief has never uncrossed his arms.
He's still got his arms crossed. So, dude, I've actually been really liking it for this. And the other thing I've been weirdly using it for, they say they're using Claude and OpenAI. Obviously, not sure exactly which one they're using for what. But what I do really like is that it can just take context from the page really quickly. This has been weirdly helpful, dude. So simple and so obvious, but to not open Claude is so nice. And now this is kind of trying to work out my style slowly but surely, but this has been really, really helpful. And then even just little things like just opening this instead of ChatGPT for search. I've stopped using Google like maybe 3 months ago and just always search on ChatGPT. So for me, this is just nice to have it right here. But this has got our personalization setting. So they've kept it really simple, kind of helps.
Because the actual browser Chrome doesn't matter to them at all.
That's right.
The only thing that mattered is that they can get good context to the page.
That's exactly right, man. And it's still got, the classic kind of stuff, it's still got a nice looking light mode. It's got kind of a little bit transparent-y bits and pieces, like it's nice. But yeah, what are our thoughts, lad? What are we thinking?
I think it looks like a pile of turd, straight up. To me, I'm like, this is amateur hour UI, but I think the functionality is powerful.
It's just cooking it straight away, dude.
I do. I look at this and I go, bro, this is something.
What's getting you? Tell me what's getting you. Go deeper. Go deeper.
It's just it's too flat. There's no like personality in the Chrome. Like it looks dated already to me.
The gray they chose for the dark mode color or something.
It feels something like an LLM would generate. It doesn't feel really well thought of, and it's an early version. Is this an alpha or a beta or something?
Pretty much, yeah. So this is only for Arc users at the moment.
The chat, for instance. Like you're not even trying really. Like I think that's just so stock standard stuff. It's like the font, maybe it's the font choice. It's hard to break down UI unless because it's a whole bunch of minor things that make something look good.
Yeah. So you're saying it just feels weird for you? Like it just feels.
What they think is defendable about this to make like a browser, because this is just like Google just chucks a Gemini button in.
Yes, that's right.
And then chucks the same thing. Like. There's nothing magic about this, at least not yet. Maybe they're doing some really cool stuff with agents in the back end that they couldn't do with other browsers, but this seems like every browser will have exactly. That's just a new tab. Like you can probably do a extension right now, which is open my new tab as a Perplexity or a ChatGPT chat thing.
That's right.
The problem with this is where they're going to struggle is you're going to compete with Perplexity.
I like the little search, including the thing.
Yeah,
like it's set a suggestion
search
of the pages that are open. Have you ever had ChatGPT on the desktop?
Yes. Yeah.
It knows like if you've got Notepad open, it'll like pop up there and be like, hey, do you want to use what you've got in Notepad? That stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
It's very powerful, the concept overall, but like Daryl said, it's true. It's like, problem is that is competing with Perplexity. Perplexity only cares about searching and that. So now you have to build something as good as Perplexity.
Yeah.
Unless you're working with them. Then that's cool. But if you're not, you're building it all yourself, you're going to compete with them, right? So then you're competing against that. Then you're going to compete against Chrome because you have to get users to use it as a browser. What makes the browser better other than this piece? Like Google Chrome does have Gemini and they have it in the dev tools too. Like for me, for a very important piece of a browser is dev tools. Can you right click inspect?
Go do it on a page.
Yeah, that's exactly the same.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
exactly
so
the
they're
same.
using Chrome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's for me is like the most powerful tools of a browser, and
Yeah.
so that's why they all built on the same. We've had this chat before. I like that personalization thing. Like I would just build that directly for Clipflow, like when you're personalizing your business, because you personalize the business. And like this is interesting because if the browser takes over a lot of context,
that's right. Yeah.
that's crazy. But like how much context can the browser take? Because it's going to get overwhelming very fast. Like think about all the pages you look at in a single day. Like me personally, it would be hundreds.
Yeah.
And then like you have to keep context, and how do you keep that actually contextual? Like this is the business stuff for the guy. This is his content creation pieces. That personalization looks so broad.
Oh, totally. That was my biggest point. I think when I was looking at it, I was like,
the
okay.
colors here, like just like that's just gross. Like that's not good UI.
I think the only thing that would get me excited about seeing this is like it's a hint at browser use as a clean package.
Yes,
because browser use right now, it's not a clean package. Yeah, real quick, our crew is on a mission to build the ultimate content OS, and we need your help. Think of it like a single purpose-built place for you to manage all your projects and your content team. So if you're a content creator or you manage or help other people make content, check out Clipflow and turn that chaos into calm. All right, back to the episode. To me, again, I'm still rooting for Arc a little bit just because I want them to create the every person's agentic browser. You know what I mean? A part of me keeps just thinking, man, Arc browser had the people, it had its unique use case with the sidebar. So now it's a little different to Chrome, and then embrace that. You know, I think to go back to 0 again feels like I just don't really get it. And to push it with like a big commercial, I'm like, yeah, you know, I get
How
it.
funny is this Windsurf friggin' thing?
Windsurf browser. Yeah. These guys just threw this down. Yeah, the whole other
The
thing.
Windsurf browser is another browser, Chromium Fork.
Yeah.
You can use it as literally as another browser just with the conjunction of the Windsurf 8 power.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Look how easy it is. There's no moat here either for browsers anymore because everyone just uses the same thing, and within a couple of months they got like this seems like a distraction for Windsurf. But anyway, like
it's super random for Windsurf, but I think they are literally just thinking browser use. For
Just so they could get into the dev tools.
So true, dude. Just the dot from all the pages.
Yeah. So that they could, like, when you're using Windsurf, they can see what it's producing and like how it's functioning and interact with it. Like if you're creating an app and it's like, okay, well, just make sure it works. And it's like clicks on it and it's like, okay, that works. Yep.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
100%. Also, how funny is this? All the UI changing. I don't know if Windsurf always had the glassy stuff.
That's Windsurf's app itself. Like, look at that UI. I think that UI feels much nicer than me. The browser looks lame. The browser is like everyone.
Yeah.
What if that's just like the base Chromium package? Yeah.
I think it might just be Chromium. Yeah. My thing is, everyone's telling us how sick browser use is going to be and start releasing tools, but no one's actually done it. What's holding them back? Is it just security? Is it confidence on the product?
Security, yeah. Do you want to give AI your passwords when they're not locally run and it's too complex to not run them locally? You can see all of these tools are trying to escape the prompt chat thing, but they're all just so prompt chat based that like everything feels kind of wrong and it doesn't connect in the way it should. And I thought approaching Dia that they would go fundamentally different, not just browser with tabs plus thing, and this isn't fundamentally different, and I don't know anything, so don't take this word for I can't see how you couldn't just do this in art so far. So there must be some things they've got in the pipeline that are very exciting and different.
It's the browser use stuff.
It has to be, man. Big Josh from Browser Company was talking about, obviously, if you're on your bank page, it's not going to grab stuff from it.
Yeah, sure.
And it's like,
I trust you to do that, mate.
Yeah, or even if you can trust them to do that, can you trust like the AI to do that? Like, I don't know, you know, like, it's just this weird.
But they haven't even spoken about what model they're using, and the model they use could switch overnight, and it could be a Chinese operated thing where a state actor gets access to all you like.
I think it's cool, it's clever, and it's just gonna be just like replicated instantly because it's not a hard thing for them to do. And then like the security stuff, like you now have something watching it and literally seeing everything you're doing. Like if you don't have a wall, like if they're like, yeah, our thing can move the mouse and click and do stuff, but why can't a plugin do that?
Yeah.
And like,
it's just,
surely
there's that
like,
Microsoft thing where they introduced the AI that watches everything, and they were like, don't worry guys, it's totally secure. And then everyone just found everything that was ever typed and shown in plain text and plain images that we could just go for any user on the system. And they're like, don't worry guys, it's all private.
Even Siri's getting sued because it was always listening.
Yeah.
Like I don't have Siri on for that reason.
Trust these companies to not do this stuff.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of people, right? It's just a bunch of noobs. Like everyone's just a noob. everyone like
us, if we did this exact job, we would have exactly the same problem where someone could like sneak their way in a back door through some weird package and then you don't know for 5 years, and then they were watching. Like it
and
happened.
it's got your password and you just uses it, and then you're like, cool, I just lost all my money.
Yeah.
It's like it's screenshotting
to
everything.
stay unimportant enough and poor enough that no one cares. You don't meet the threshold. They would have like a massive language model looking for the outlier top 20% to steal from. You just stay below that and you're fine.
And you're golden.
Audited. Yeah.
That's right. And especially how quickly they turned around hey, you can use it now. Part of me is kind of like they had more time. Like they probably could have waited, but everyone was talking about it, so they took the opportunity. I kind of get it too.
I mean, look, pushing it forward, I like seeing a few things that you're like, cool, I like that. I love the idea of elements in context. I think the context is so powerful and everyone's seeing that. And this is why they've created browser with it.
Yeah.
Like all that context and all that history about your stuff that you watch and you look at, and it's pretty creepy at the same time.
So weird, but we're all just acting like it's cool.
Yeah. The browser on top is like, it's almost like you feel like a little bit step too far for me, but who knows? It might just be safe and everyone has a great time. But I love the idea of apps doing that. Like,
Yes.
So
100%. Cool stuff, boys.
love it.